That was a terrible flavor.
Oh.
And it's like a bomb in your mouth, like,
Dude, that's rough.
Well, Tony.
Oh my goodness.
So
That's terrible.
So Tony, you know, you've made friends with celebrities. You've had your celebrity moments on ridiculousness, you know, and you keep a celebrity profile. You got.
Why am I laughing?
You got.
He's hallucinating. Look out.
You got. Welcome to another edition of the AZEE Business Solutions Meet the Team. This is the Hot Ones edition, where the wings are hot and the questions are hotter.
We'll see about that.
I'm one of your hosts, Dan Dameron, joined by
Matt Wagner.
and two of your favorite AZEE OGs, Mr. Tony Nash and Zachary Snyder.
Welcome.
thank you for doing this, man. This is great.
We're excited. No better way to get to know us than put some hot wings in front of us.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sure.
How do you guys do with spicy foods?
I kill it, man. We eat a lot of spicy food in my family, and it's always a competition between my boys. My middle son, Isaiah, usually can beat me, but I can take everybody else on. So I'm not too worried about this.
Since I was a kid, I've always loved hot sauce. So I'm really excited for this, and we'll see how it goes, man. I'm a little nervous, though. Also, I'm trying to keep my heart rate low, you know? But we'll see how it goes.
We love
man.
the real show. Shout out to Hot Ones. This is what inspired us to do this.
That's right.
We love the show, and these are the actual sauces from the show. So
These are it?
we're going to see if we can handle it better than the people we see on TV. We're excited about it.
We probably can't. That's why I don't have any wings in front of me. I will be your designated driver for the day. I'm not Sean Evans, but maybe someday.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this goes. Let's go ahead and get into our first wing.
All right. So this is the classic. I'm going to eat the whole thing. I don't know what you, Zach. I'm going to eat the whole wing
That's the
like a
name of
man.
the sauce, classic. The classic.
Oh,
It's great. The first one's great.
I'm going to eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
Leave no meat on it.
That's sweet. Sweet as honey.
It's got a good buffalo sauce flavor.
Yeah. That's a good wing. Shout out to Meyer for the wings. Meyer wings are banging.
They're solid. I can start to feel a little bit of a kick coming in now. I feel a little bit.
That sounds like the perfect time to ask you a question.
Yeah, let's hear it.
All right, Tony, you are the owner, the founder, the CEO of AZEE Business Solutions. What led you to starting the company? Because at the end of the day, we're all here because of you.
Well, I would eat that regularly. That's a good wing.
Yeah, it's good.
So,
You too?
for me, as some of you have heard, I spent a lot of time in the hotel industry. It was a 24/7 operation, and it took me away from my family. I felt like it was something I was really good at and I enjoyed, but it forced me out to be away from my family a lot. And so for me, I wanted to do something that I knew I could be good at, which was helping grow brands, and it would allow me the freedom to be able to spend more time with my family and be in control of my destiny.
All right. So I've got a question for Zach. Let's start simple, Zach. Just tell us what you do around here at AZEE.
What do I do at AZEE?
Yeah, and maybe how that came about.
So what I do right now is I'm a video editor and videographer sometimes.
drinker.
How this came about, it was just I was at church one day, and then this guy, we were up in the booth, just kind of working on the cameras, for the live stream at church, and then he just kind of talked to me. He was like, "What would you think of working for me?" And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be dope," because I always thought what he did was kind of cool. It was a startup company, and
He played basketball for me in high school.
he was my coach in high school basketball. Yeah, so he just kind of randomly asked me that one day, and then eventually it happened, and then it's just kind of slowly evolved from there, and now I'm a video guy.
Started from the bottom.
Yeah.
Now we're here.
And you started not doing as much video, right? Or you were doing other things too.
I started just doing like social media and stuff, whatever I could do, and then I just kind of I learned Final Cut Pro and stuff like that, and so
When Zach started, we weren't really even doing video. So Zach kind of single-handedly made us have a video department. We've added several guys since then, but yeah, so we didn't know what we were going to have to do. We just knew we wanted this guy on the team. And we're glad he's here.
All right.
Awesome.
Moving on to our second wing.
All right, let's see.
what's
here,
this one
too.
called, Dan?
Right here, we've got the Yellowbird sauce bliss and vinegar.
All right.
Bliss and vinegar.
Oh, wow. It's kind of a funky taste.
Delightful.
Do you prefer the wing or the leg?
He asks me this every time we have wings,
He forgets.
I never remember what you
and
said.
you know why you never remember?
No, let's-
Because I always answered the same way. Don't care.
Not that interesting.
Not that interested. I just eat the wing, and I'm happy about it.
I prefer the. I prefer this one. The what do you call this? The wing. That's a knuckle.
What are you calling it?
Oh, it's got a little bite.
I like it.
So you guys mentioned that you guys knew each other from church. Even before that, Tony was Zach's basketball coach. So I'd be curious to hear, what were your first impressions of one another?
Oh, nice.
You want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
I'd love to hear this.
First impression of Tony. So, our basketball coach, we all knew was not going to be the coach next year. And so then this guy who was apparently from New York, and he was like, he used to be at the school, and he used to coach basketball, but he went to New York, and so he ditched all this. And now he's back, and he wants to coach us next year. So I remember like seeing him at the game sometimes, kind of watching us play and whatnot, you know. I thought he was a little bit of, you know, he was a nice guy. He was a real nice guy.
I didn't think that's where that was going.
Real shady fellow.
Yes.
He was a good guy, so we started to get to know him, you know, because he was our coach, and yeah, I mean, I always liked him. That's why I wanted to work for him, obviously, you know. If I didn't like him, I wouldn't have. So I liked him, you know.
Tony, what was your first impression of young Zachary?
By the way, that second wing didn't even touch me. I eat that for breakfast.
It was flavorful.
You
It was very
you did say
tasty.
it had a little kick.
It was very tasty. It had a little kick, but like this is nothing.
good.
So
He didn't do it.
my first impression of Zach watching him play was like, that guy doesn't like basketball. Because like the first game I went to, like he wasn't really into it. He wasn't into it at all.
Okay.
But then as I started coaching him, I realized like a lot of the guys gravitated to Zach. And he had a way to get everybody to laugh. He had a way to get everybody to go in the same direction. So like if somebody said something funny but Zach didn't laugh at it, other people wouldn't laugh at it. But if he did laugh at it, other guys would laugh at it. So I realized he had some leadership tendencies, and the guys kind of gravitated to Zach. And then, you know, I found out what were the buttons that kind of would push Zach to get him to give me the most that he could on the court.
Could you let us know what those buttons are?
It worked most of the
What
time.
were those buttons?
How did it
First,
feel
let me-
being manipulated?
First, let me say that I was done playing basketball by like 5th grade.
Yeah.
I was really good when I was young, but then I just stopped caring. Like, I'm not gonna make it to the NBA. I'm not gonna be the next Michael Jordan. So why are we all here? You know?
But I got him to buy in to win a state championship. We realized that even though we're playing Division II max basketball, which is a pretty low rung of athletics, we realized that there was a goal at the end. I got these guys to buy into it. We went to 2 state championships in a row. True. Lost one in heartbreaking fashion, won the other one. And so Zach became one of the team captains.
You want to hear the buttons?
Yeah, let's hear the buttons.
The buttons. I would talk bad about his family. I get him every time. No, I can't reveal my secrets because I still use those for some of the guys. And we know you're all watching right now. So.
All right, so Zach, I've got a question for you. You are really interested in short films, and you've made a few of them now. So maybe explain what's your interest in short films, what drew you to it, and then maybe talk about your latest short film.
Okay.
I would say what drew me to it was,
You're leaving a lot of meat on the bone, by the way.
so I saw a meme recently, okay? And it said like it was like the 4 steps, like the 4 people that eat wings. One of them is like they hardly even eat, you know, any of the meat. Number 2, they eat a little more. Number 3 is what I do. It's like where you should be. Number 4 is like you're an animal. You're licking it down to the bone. And that's what this guy's doing right now.
I'm ready for the next wing. So
He's number 4.
He's saying wrap it up.
The extremist.
Yeah.
Short films. Yeah. I would say what got me into it was when I was in high school, I was really into like comedy and making people laugh and stuff like that. And so whenever people tell you you're funny, you know, you kind of do it more, you know. And so I wanted to entertain on camera, basically. And so that's why I started making short films, so I could get myself on camera. And then I realized it really wasn't a great fit, but along the way, I kind of fell in love with telling stories, you know. And so I told 6 so far, and I really want to make a movie soon. And my latest short film that you mentioned, a lot of it was like, I haven't made a film in so long, so I wanted to tell some kind of story. And so I just started thinking about what kind of story I wanted to tell and what state the world was kind of in, like with the pandemic. And I just felt like, a lot of people just were like shutting themselves down and not listening to each other. And so I wanted to kind of tell a story that, would encourage people to listen to each other more. And so that's kind of where it started.
And what did you call the film?
Because he listened.
Right, because he listens.
Because you listen.
Yes.
All right, next up we've got Hoff's Haas sauce. Gentlemen.
Haas?
Yeah.
That sounds German.
Is this it right here?
Smells good.
Yep.
Smells German.
House sauce, house.
Wiener Schnitzel.
We heating up?
No.
No.
I'm telling you, that last one wasn't even that hot. It was a little burn afterwards, but like,
Maybe we didn't put enough sauce on them.
I was
You
saying
gotta
it.
wait till the last dab.
Yeah, we'll dab it up at the end.
All right, so I've got a question. As I mentioned, you guys are two of the AZEE OGs, and I think a question that a lot of people have in some iteration is, who is AZEE? or what is AZEE? I feel like whenever I have a phone call with someone, they're like, yes, may I speak with AZEE? Or we had one of our followers say, well, AZEE, that stands for Anthony and Zachary, right?
People think that.
They do. So,
Because we're the OGs.
yeah, Tony, tell us what the inspiration was. What's the meaning behind it?
Well, trying to think about how I would start a business and what I was good at, I knew that I could grow a brand. I thought about maybe being a hotel consultant. I thought about maybe just doing social media stuff. But I didn't really want to limit myself to one or two things. I knew I needed to figure out like what I could really help businesses do. And so my first idea was Nash marketing, but wasn't sure I wanted to put my name in it, and I didn't want it to just be called marketing because I didn't want to limit myself. But I thought about what does it take to grow a brand, and I'm like, there's a lot of things. So you got to start at A and end at Z. So I came up with the tagline, growing your brand from A to Z. And I did some research to figure out, like, at that time, what were kind of trending ways to name your business. And a lot of businesses were just making up words, like Bing, Yahoo, Hulu. I mean, these aren't words, these are just sounds. So I just want to make up a word. And so I added 2 E's on the end. I called it AZEE Business Solutions. There's like 10 different iterations of the logo. And that's how we got here. So it doesn't stand for Anthony and Zach, although, we could go that way if we want.
It's also not a man named AZEE.
It's not a man named AZEE. That is true.
It's A to Z. That's it. So Zach, you grew up in the Upper Peninsula for a stint, right? Mm-hmm. With 2 brothers.
No, I did.
Yeah. So tell me, what is the craziest story that you have with your brothers as a child?
One time, an old man, and you guys know I love old people.
Yeah.
This old man from across the road, he came down to our house one day, and me and Con were outside, like, playing sports and stuff, and he was like, you guys know, like, if you're into sports, you should be into weightlifting and stuff, too. You'll be stronger, And so we had, like, a weight bench in our garage and everything, and so he went in there with us, and we worked out with him, and then he went home, and we never saw this dude ever again. I don't know. I don't even know if he actually lived there or if he was some kind of an angel. Worked out with him that day. Parents didn't know who he was.
So you worked out with this person.
Angel in your corner.
He trained us for one day. I didn't even know his name. I never seen the old man again. Yeah.
Well, Tony, I got a question for you. A lot of people may not know that AZEE Business Solutions was not your first entrepreneurial endeavor. How many businesses did you own before AZEE? And can you list those? Be careful around the eyes.
Don't touch your eye.
I'm using the wrist. I'm using the wrist. Getting a little watery. It's emotional. So failed businesses or previous businesses?
You're starting to sweat, man.
Businesses that you've owned in the names of them.
Well, I was laid off in my 20s, and a friend of mine started an eBay company called We Sell It. It was pretty successful for a while until we got in trouble for selling fake Jordans that we were bought from China on the black market. So we had to stop doing that. And then, of course, I went, worked a real job for several years doing hotels. And then during that, we started a company called iTex. Well, first it was iCracked. It was a franchise that we bought into, fixing phones for people. And
iCracked was a franchise?
Yeah, it was a franchise out of California, out of Tech Valley. And we did that, fixing phones for people, and then we changed it to iTex because we didn't really need the franchise any longer. And then I started a company called Smartridges, which is still in existence today, where we sell recycled and remanufactured ink and toner cartridges. And it's a highly unsuccessful business, but someday we might do something with it.
Help the brother out.
Yeah,
brother.
buy some smartridges. Why buy cartridges when you could buy smartridges?
Are they smart cartridges?
They're smart
Smart
because
ridges.
they're
Why are they smart?
they're smart
Drawing a
because
blank.
it makes you smart for using recycling. You know, reduce,
like a smart
reduce,
car.
reuse, recycle.
It's a green type thing? It's like
Yeah,
Yeah, because you're not throwing the plastic
How
away.
is
They're
that smart?
They're
It's like a
reusing
smart
it.
car saves on gas, you know?
Oh.
It's like a smart cartridge.
That did it
had-
right there.
I had a
That did it
smart
right
car.
there.
Yeah, there you go.
I had a smart car.
He
but
also
yeah.
had a smart
Instead of throwing the plastic away, it goes to a factory
Yeah.
and they remake it, and it makes you smart for doing it. So
I believe you, I guess.
obviously, I had to work on my elevator pitch.
That's why I fail.
Let's get on to the next wing. What do we got here? I'm
Next
ready.
wing. Here we
I'm
go.
getting a little sweaty.
Next wing?
What's this one called?
Right now we've got Hotheads Official,
Ooh,
This is official. Here we go.
Revolutionary.
Party's starting to get a little warmer.
Each one does get a little hotter.
Yep.
It's oh, that one hits you.
So,
There's no gentlemanly way to eat a wing either.
something that they don't tell you on the show is that while the wings are hot in terms of spicy, they definitely get cold in terms of temperature.
We gotta keep the questions going.
All right.
I need some more.
Turn the pressure on.
All right, Zach. Oh, man.
Here we go.
What's in there?
It's in there. It's in there, dog.
Zach, let's talk a little bit more about your creative
What do you want to talk about?
your creative endeavors. This is my first sip of milk. Here we go.
Nice.
I've had several.
So what?
Oh,
Oh, man. Let's talk a little bit about your creative endeavors.
You need to take over?
Who do you? No, I'm fine.
You got the DD here. when
Time
you
to
need
heat
it.
up?
As a film director, who do you look to for inspiration?
I would say first and foremost, Jordan Peele. He's made 2 horror films, and I absolutely love them both. He has a new one coming out soon. I can't wait to see what it is. But I love, Scorsese, obviously. He's made a lot of bangers. Tarantino, But I would say Jordan Peele. He's really new to the game, but he started off with a couple of really hot films. So yeah, I love Jordan Peele.
This milk is like heavenly manna.
It's kind of warm though. It's kind
Doesn't
of.
matter. It feels cold to me.
We're starting to heat up here, kids.
Dude, that's only number 5? Oh, man.
We'll keep the questions
I'll take
going.
some more
then.
milk.
So, one thing, if anyone's been following around with us lately, they would see that you recently purchased Hankard Sportswear, which for some people might seem a little out of left field. What were your thoughts? How did that come about?
Well, really, it's always been part of my vision to be able to take care of a company's marketing needs really from A to Z. And when you're marketing your company or building a brand, a lot of that is involved with things that you would print and wear, whether that be apparel, whether that be business cards or billboards. So we've already kind of offered these services to our clients, and we've worked through local print shops to fulfill the orders, which means we didn't make any money on it. So when John Hankard gave us the opportunity to purchase this and just add it as another line of services we can offer our clients at a high level, it just made perfect sense to me.
Zach, so anybody that knows you well knows that you love music. You're a music connoisseur.
He does.
And you like all kinds of music, but I feel like you're drawn primarily to hip hop. So
True.
Who would you say is the greatest rapper of all time?
Ooh.
Great question.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a lot of great rappers. You got Lil Wayne, Biggie,
Yep.
Tupac, obviously.
Yeah.
I can't believe you started with Lil Wayne.
You'll see why.
That's an interesting choice, but okay.
You wouldn't put Lil Wayne in the category as one of the best rappers?
No, he's up there.
Yeah.
I would not.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to music.
It's true.
He's
I'm not the expert on this topic.
Don't critique my critiquing, all right?
Sorry.
Jay-Z obviously is one of my favorite. He's probably my favorite rapper, and I would say that Eminem is probably the best rapper. Like when you listen to that guy, there's not a lot of people who can rap as fast, and he's
Tell a story.
he's doing like 4 or 5 syllable rhyming every line, and it's incredible. So I'd say Eminem is the best rapper.
He's firing on all syllables.
He's fired in all syllables, as they say. Yeah.
I want to say I'm inspired. So most of the people when I watch this show, they just take a bite of each wing, and I've been inspired. The only one I've seen that eats the whole wing is Gary Vee. So Gary V, shout out to you. That's why I'm eating the whole wing, every way, all the way down.
There you go, man.
All right.
You always do that to wings, though.
Yes, yes, but especially today.
All right.
Especially today.
Fair.
All right, we're on to the next wing. This hot sauce is called Senor Lechuga.
This one looks dangerous.
What is that, Matt? You
In Spanish, it means Mr. Lettuce.
Does it really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Senor Lechuga, Mr.
Yeah.
Lettuce.
It has a white label with no graphics.
Okay,
I'm
Mr.
really
Lettuce.
worried about this one.
All right, here we go.
It's got a Mexican name.
Good Lord.
well, Tony, we've heard from
That's what I didn't want to hear. Oh, that was perfect, Dan.
well, Tony, we've heard from multiple sources that you've
Oh no.
made homies. You've made homies with an MTV reality show star.
Who was that?
What?
He's known for his wild stunts, his pranks.
Oh, Bam,
his
Bam
skateboarding.
Margera?
Yeah, you made homies with Bam Margera. Tell us how that came about.
Well,
What a question. That was incredible.
dude, this one is hot.
Yeah,
That
dude.
white label.
It tasted like cinnamon sugar at first, and then it was bam. So
I
bam.
gotta commit to the whole wing. Speaking of Bam.
You know, like when all of a sudden you can feel every pore in your body, like it opens up, you feel like wind is blowing through your body.
With
Yes, I can smell colors.
so bam.
So Bam. So, I was the general manager at the Comstock County Conference Center in Owasso, Michigan here. And I got a call from the Hickory Lounge, the old Hickory. Said, hey, we have a VIP guest.
That was a good wing.
The flavor of these are great, but this one's hot. We have this VIP guest coming into town. We want to have him stay at your hotel, but we kind of want to keep it. Want to keep it private. So they asked me if I'd pick him up, bring him to the airport, bring him to the hotel, get him escorted to his room, and then pick him up at the end of the night. I was going to have an employee do it.
It starts to get hotter as it goes, too.
It builds. I was going to have an employee do it, but I thought it was probably not something I should hand off, so I went and picked him up. The guy was out of his mind, didn't know who he was, where we were, what was going on, but he was a super nice guy. We made some friends, and yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, if he saw me today, he wouldn't recognize me. I don't know if he'd ever remember being in Owasso, Michigan, but yeah, for that night, we were homeboys.
And that's the story of how T. Nash made homies with Bam Margera.
All right, let's get it.
Up next, we got Butilla Fire, gentlemen.
With the fire, fuego.
What are we thinking?
With salsa verde.
Oh my goodness.
Well, Tony, let's go ahead and let's keep the questions coming as the temperatures of your face keep raising.
Has the black
I see some
smoke
beads.
rises.
See some beads of sweat. So not only have you made homies with
Who else have you made homies with?
I make friends in the comments.
not only have you made friends with celebrity, you yourself have had a little bit of a celebrity moment in the terms of a viral video.
Sure have.
What is? Why don't you tell our audience what the video was and where it aired? And
It was the last moment my kids thought I was the greatest man alive. We were after a football game they were middle school and younger, playing catch with a football in the yard. And I said, I don't know if I challenged them or they challenged me, said, bet you I can make the football into the basketball hoop from the road.
Pretty sure you challenged them.
More than likely.
If I know you.
My tongue is swollen.
That's what we wanted.
What did you ask me?
Cancel the rest of your plans for the day.
you know, the
viral video.
yeah, where yeah.
That was
what-
the viral video.
tell us about it.
So they bet me that I couldn't. They had no money.
They all have money. They're kids.
They asked.
They bet you with your
We
own
made a
money.
friendly wager.
A gentleman's bet, if you will.
Wager between me and some elementary students that I couldn't make it in the hoop. So I stepped back, you know.
How far away were you?
I had to say the driveway is about 115 feet.
It was a, yeah.
It was a throw. Chucked it down, off the backboard, nothing but net. Kids freaked out, came back, chest bump, middle chest bump, tiny chest bump, as our friend Rob Deerdick described it when it made it on the show Ridiculousness. It was actually on the homepage of Yahoo. It was on the homepage of AOL, and that was the thing. It made it on the Fox News, ABC World News Tonight, made it on a bunch of shows. I actually made $1,000 from it, so it's pretty cool.
Zach,
Yes.
you you've had it for a while, but recently you've sort of changed the vision with this thing called Penford Studios. And
Penford Media.
Or Penford Media, sorry. It was Penford Studios.
There still is Penford Studios.
There still is Penford
Yes.
Studios.
Okay.
I would like for you to just maybe explain what is Penford Media, what's the vision, what do you see in the future with Penford Media?
So Penford Studios is a filmmaking company, basically. We're making movies. Penford Media is for creators, so like video creators, bloggers, stuff like that. People who are creating on the internet free content, basically. So we're trying to get creators to be on our platform, and they can use our network basically, and we'll try to help them grow their own network. So that's what it is.
And we were the first client.
The AZEE blog was the
AZEE
first
blog
one.
was the first,
That's right.
created by,
Yep.
mostly by Matt Wagner
Matt
here.
Wagner, yep.
And you'll see this episode on the AZ vlog. You can either view it at Penford Media.
That's true.
Yeah. So
Yep.
This is the
Top three.
Now we've got
We're
one of the
cheersing
more
them.
famous ones. We've got the bomb. Gentlemen.
I've always wanted to try this one because it always seems like it's really hot.
Yep. Turn it up.
This is the one that everyone says is kind of gross, right?
That was a terrible flavor.
And it's like a bomb in your mouth, like.
Dude, that's rough.
Well, Tony.
Oh my goodness.
So
That's terrible.
So Tony, you've made friends with celebrities. You've had your celebrity moments on ridiculousness, and you keep a celebrity profile. You got.
Why am I laughing?
You've got.
He's hallucinating. Look out.
You've got quite a collection of Air Jordans. How many pairs of Jordans do you have?
That's a terrible wing.
The flavor is
That's
awful.
terrible.
Oh man, I don't want to
Dude,
finish
who
this
made
one
this
back.
sauce?
I had 3 more of these.
We got 2 more.
Oh my goodness. I gotta finish this one still.
There's nothing but chicken and milk in my mouth right now.
I can't stop laughing.
This is new. I don't think I've ever seen anyone laugh on it.
God.
Okay, Jordans.
I'm trying not to die. He's just
Oh
laughing.
my goodness.
The Jordan collecting happened before or after Bam Margera? Before and after your viral video?
It was after the Bam Margera, after the viral video. I told you I had a run-in with the fake Jordans.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Me and my 3 sons have, 2 of my sons have the same size. So we have between Air Jordan and Air Max, we have 80 pairs. And I wear, I like Jordans.
I like Jordans.
Well, I think it came full circle though, because I heard a story recently of how you guys bought some Jordans that turned out to be fake Jordans, and you were once a seller of aforementioned fake
harmless.
Jordans.
I found a pair of the UNC Off-White, which if you're a sneakerhead, you know that's a popular shoe. Usually $2,500. I found them on Facebook Marketplace. First red flag.
First red flag.
$750. Second red flag. So I started reaching out to the guy.
What is he
asking
even
him-
talking about at this point?
I started reaching out to
What
this
is
guy,
this about?
asking him about it. He sent me a certificate of authenticity from StockX. We met up with them. My boys checked them out. We thought they were real. We paid him $700. We found out a week later they were fake.
Wow.
So I still got them. They look really real, but I feel like since I sold so many fake Jordans over the years, that it came back to me.
All right, Zach. If you were stranded on a desert island,
This question has Maddie and Miranda written all over it. Already. You haven't even finished it.
no, it's well, no,
Yes.
it's not. This isn't. Well, it may be then. If you were stranded on a desert island with nothing
Yeah.
except for a Sony CD player Walkman with 1 CD in it, 1 album
Ooh, I like this question.
of all times, 1 album.
All times.
What was your album that you would listen
Can it
to
be
for
a
the rest of
mixtape?
your life?
Well, it has to be an album.
Let me just start by
Doesn't be
saying
an album, yeah. Can't be a mixtape.
Now,
mean,
let me preface this.
Preface it.
By saying Zach will listen to the same song in the office on repeat for like 8 hours straight.
So I have no problem with this.
Right.
I've never seen or used a Sony Walkman before in my life.
So bad analogy,
No.
but
I'm there.
You got to make the diss last.
One album.
one album.
So I'm going to throw out some and then I'm going to pick one, all right? We got the Black Album from Jay-Z. The Blueprint from
Blueprint.
Jay-Z. The original Blueprint.
Yeah.
The one with H to the Izzo.
V to the is a.
That's that one. All right. Eminem, we got the Eminem Show, the MMLP. NF, we got Clouds the Mixtape, and we got The Search.
Yeah.
I would say my most listened to album of all time is probably The Search by NF. So I'm going to go with final answer, NF, The Search
Search.
All right.
from 2019.
All right.
Check the album out if you haven't heard it.
All right, let's move on to Hellfire Crank.
Hellfire Crank.
you go.
Cheers it up.
Look how big
Matt's
this
already
thing
in
is.
it. All good.
Dude, look how big this is. I gotta eat
Yeah.
this whole thing.
Yeah, you
I'm
get
committed
scooped.
though, baby. I stay committed. Embrace the rigid.
That's from NF.
Take the easy way out.
It's I feel like it's not as spicy.
No, that last one was the killer, dude.
It's building. Just wait. And your mouth is numb.
We're at a good spot, you know. We're all numbed up. It's hard to eat anything after that last one.
That one does build a little bit for sure.
Tony, you've worked a lot of different jobs
I
over
have.
the years. We often will make jokes around the office about your time in the hospitality industry.
Apparently, I say it a lot.
It's a favorite with the clients. It makes them feel well taken care of. But just last week, we were walking through a Memorial Hospital, shooting some commercials for them. And lo and behold, T. Nash drops the bomb of, you see these floors? I laid these floors. These curves were very difficult. So,
They were.
as things continue to heat up, I want you to go ahead and list off every job that you've ever had.
No problem.
Okay, let's do it.
2015, or I'm sorry, 1995 to 1998. Paperboy, Flint Journal. Carrier of the month 3 times. 1998, graduated high school. Worked for Pensacola Christian College in the interior department.
What else you do?
Got out of college for 1 semester. That's all I could do. Became a greeter at Meyer, where we got these wings.
You'd be a good greeter.
I was a good greeter.
What else you do?
Some might say I was the
Very
best. I was a greeter, and I also worked at Bourne Industries on the line, which I hated. It's where my father works, and it's a tough, tough job. Then I worked for Michigan Police Equipment, selling firearms and tactical gear to police officers around the state.
A bad boy.
Got fired from that one, from a feminazi boss.
Wow.
I've been waiting a long time to say that.
And the grand reveal on Hot Ones. Here it is.
And then it doesn't stop there. I was in a tough spot. I worked for this jerk that was doing insulated concrete walls, and he just yelled at us all the time. It's the middle of December. We're in Clio, and I'm doing a job. I'm standing in 8 inches of water with these like waiter boots on, and we're cranking. I got the cement trucks there. I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't either. You're supposed to be listing your jobs.
Anyways, he's
a
cussing
story.
me out
He's
the whole
telling
time,
stories.
and literally in the middle of the job, I walked off and I started walking home from Clio. That was a low point in my life.
What was after that?
I was a youth pastor at Emmanuel Baptist Church, and then I became the associate pastor, and then the eBay store. I probably had a few other odds and end jobs I can't even remember, but then I went into the hotel industry that you guys have heard about. Then I actually had a brief stint between the hotel business and this, where I was the customer sales in something. I don't remember my title at Crest Pontoon. I worked for Crest Pontoon, and now I'm here. That's it. That's all.
Where was laying floors?
Oh,
in that?
yes, that's right.
Or did you even lay those
Or
floors?
smartages.
I spent 2 years doing floors for Lansing Tile and Mosaic, and I was the grunt man. Anything that we'd get to a job site and they'd find the worst thing there, and they'd say, "Tony, you go do that." And that's pretty much what my job description was.
All right.
Is there anyone there that you'd like to shout out as well while we're at it?
Gavin O'Day, Jarrett Alana, Pat O'Day, Scott Fahey. It's good to see you all.
Well, they're not there.
They're watching. You're watching. This is misery.
They know.
This is worse than the job we had at Emerson School grinding floors.
Oh, he keeps looking into the
Dave
wide
Hendricks.
angles.
Yeah,
Dave Hendricks.
that's your camera right
This
there.
one's your
Tony.
camera right here.
Okay.
Okay.
You're looking at me.
Oh my goodness, dude.
All right, Matt, go ahead and hit Zach with the
All right,
question.
Zach. In your years on this earth,
22 of them.
22 years on this earth, two questions packaged into one. But what are your top 3 biggest accomplishments in this life?
Oh, wow.
And then similarly, what is your one lifetime accomplishment that you would hope to achieve?
One lifetime achievement, I think it'd be really cool to, I think it'd be cool to do a private fireworks show for my birthday. Just shoot off a bunch of fireworks in my backyard.
Not see that coming.
Just
hold on.
laying on the roof, just like.
You're saying you get to be 85 years old and you're going to look back in your life and say, I wish I would have done fireworks in my backyard?
No, I'm gonna say that was the day I did fireworks in my backyard. I'm not gonna say I
Because
wish
you're
I
going to
did
do it.
That's it, man.
So what was your greatest achievement?
What would
to
that was the one that
His greatest achievement was
What's the greatest
setting
achievement
off fireworks.
to this point? Then let's go with that. What was your greatest achievement up until this point?
I would say I'm just scratching the surface of what I want to do in my life, you know. So I really don't have anything that was the greatest achievement, you know. I don't have anything.
Well, I thought your short film was great.
Oh,
So-
thank you.
2017 state championship. I'm gonna stick with that one.
There you go.
That's your greatest achievement. You're welcome.
Well, gentlemen, we've made it down to our last wing. You know what that means. We've got here the hot ones, the last dab, Apollo.
Apollo.
So we got to double up the dabs on here, Matt.
Put a little dab on there.
My stomach is all sorts of messed up right now.
I gotta tell you,
It's customary to double it up.
1, 2.
oh, you're doing 2 dabs.
Yeah, he said double it up.
Oh, double dab.
Double dab.
All right, let's just do it, right? We've made it this far. Let's just do it. How much milk do we have left?
Mine already has a lot of dabs. There we go.
Dab it up.
Dab. Good job, Tony.
All right, thanks.
Good job on
Good
the
pop
dab.
culture reference
All right,
from 5
gentlemen,
years ago.
Ready to go.
the last dab. There we go. Let's see what all the hype's about.
It's not good at all.
Oh my goodness.
All right, Tony, we got one more question for you. Similar in step with Zach's, of all the things that you've done, of the 4 or 5 different businesses that you've owned, now recently Hankard's, hanging out, making homies with Bam Margera, your Jordan collection, being on Ridiculousness with a viral video, of all of these things, of all your career achievements, accolades, if you will, which has meant the most to you?
That sucked.
I like the flavor of that one, actually. I thought it was good.
No.
I have to say, I finished the whole wing, by the way. This year I was honored with, from the Chamber, Entrepreneur of the Year. And although I appreciated that, the question was, what has meant the most to me?
Greatest achievement. Accolade, if you will.
Professionally. This would be professionally. My greatest achievement is my wife, my family, but what's meant the most to me is what you asked. Is when I got the award.
Dude, you have given the lead-in about 18 times to what you're gonna say.
I don't even know what I'm gonna say. When I got the award, my wife and kids were all there to be there for the presentation, and each of them in their own way came up and said that they were proud of me, or good job, Dad. And that really meant a ton to me to hear from them, more than anybody, more than a plaque, more than a ceremony. That meant a lot to me. Hear it from my family, because they're why I do what I do.
That's awesome.
Kids, you're why I'm eating these wings right now. I'll do it all for you, baby.
Well, gentlemen, you made it to the end.
We did.
Is it better or worse than you thought?
Honestly, it's not quite as bad as I thought.
It's not as bad as I thought. It's bad. The last few are bad. But
The
is very
bomb,
bad.
the bomb was the worst, I'd say. Then
the bomb started it off.
the last one was actually okay.
Yeah,
I thought.
these 2 are the worst for sure.
You didn't like the last one?
The last one, no, I didn't.
I thought it was okay.
Heck no.
It didn't. The one before that hit me harder. So Zach, If you had all the budget and opportunity in the world to make
Not a sci-fi film.
to make a movie of your choosing,
Marvel movie.
with a film director of your choosing. No, a movie of your choosing. What would the movie be in terms of genre, and who would the director be that you would want to collaborate with?
Genre would probably be drama, and I would direct it.
Well, but you have to collaborate with a celebrity director. Like who would you look to for a collaboration?
Margot Robbie.
Is she a director?
I'll make her a director.
That is the best answer so far. Dude.
Who would be your lead actor? Because now Margot Robbie's directing, so now you got to
She
pick an
can't
actor.
act.
A male actor. Who would be the lead role?
I like Jake Gyllenhaal. I like Gyllenhaal.
Wow.
I like
Conventional.
Gyllenhaal.
Well, gentlemen, before we let you go, Tony, I want you to go ahead and look into this camera and tell our listeners what you're doing, where they can find you.
Tony Nash, AZEE Business Solutions, where we grow your brand from A to Z. You can find out all that we do at AZEE with 2 E's, .co, web design, graphic design, social media, video production, anything we can do to help grow your brand. And now we're excited to offer all your printing needs, screen printing, embroidery, digital printing, paper printing, etc. So you can find it all at AZEE.co, and let us grow your brand from A to Z. Thanks for watching today.
Zach, you recently launched your Penford media site. Tell the folks here what it is, how they can be a part of it, where they can find it.
If you're looking to be a creator who's looking for a network, check out penfordmedia.com. And also, if you're looking to get a promotional video in Wasso, go to az.co, because me and Tony, this gang right here is going to make the video, so do it.
And D&M fall between A. So hit up the DMs to get AZEE.
Now you're confusing people.
Slide into our DMs to get AZEE.
Yes.